this point of time, I am going to read about a short story of A Good Man is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor. A Good Man is Hard to Find is all about the grandmother and the misfit are both a recipient of grace despite the many flaws, sins, and weaknesses. According to Christian theology, human beings are granted salvation through God's grace or favor, which God freely bestows on even the less likely recipients. This story remains the most anthologized and most well-known of all O'Connor's works, even with its enigmatic conclusion that involves a dialogue between a serial killer, tormented by the suffering of mankind and himself for what he considered the injustice in both secular and divine laws and superficial, mischievous, morally flawed, methodist, and grandmother just an old-fashioned southern lady. She stumbled into a way that makes the moment before he murders her, and in a pity for her torments, she demonstrates an act of mercy that all good Christian mothers, like God, love of God's children, no matter what the children do. The story is a black comedy in which a serial killer is the only characteristic that understands why a good man is hard to find. The main conflict in this story is an external conflict between the grandmother and a society which she harshly judged. Another way to view conflict in terms of plot development is this story symbolized by death being referred to throughout the story, including when the grandmother worries about her appearance should she end up dead on the highway and when the family car passes uncovered. The misfits automobile symbolized not only the death of the family but also the death of the Old South. The grandmother is a mean-spirited, self-centered woman who is focused on proving her superiority, and she is also a very rounded and dynamic character. She shows various characteristics and reveals various remarks as this story progresses. Some of her qualities include selfish and a pussy person. Thus, the good moral in a good man is hard to find, as he is chosen to live under the assumption that religion is pointless and adheres to his own kind of religion. No pleasure but means. Its moral code is violent and never wavers, and in the end, he's in the one that triumphs. And the main themes in all about this story is our finding grace, prejudice, and family. This is Angeline Corrada, your daily story reader. Thank you.